Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. On this video we're going to be exploring good ideas on paper versus not so good in the real world. And in that, I had promised a few weeks ago to be discussing one of my innovative finance, innovation, hence innovative finance. And I got very good marks, but I struggled to launch this thing. And let's just discuss about it. Maybe you can give me your tips. It's coming up just now. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is December Matsietsi. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. If you are still unsure, you can watch a few more videos. I have made a lot of videos that will accommodate you trying to be an analyst, or you just exploring ways and maybe listening to somebody like me talking about analysis. You are always welcome. But what I'm gonna ask you to do is maybe click that bell button or the like button so that most people can get access to this video. Today we are talking about good ideas. Yes, I'm an analyst. I come up with a lot of ideas, especially where I'm sitting as a strategy analyst. You get exposed to a lot of ideas. Just to give you context, last year I did my senior management program with Henley Business School. It is just the entry level to an MBA. I think they call it the PGD. And then out of that, it was not the normal accounting, finance, all of that normal stuff. But that we had a module or a block called innovative finance. And in innovative finance, there were nice guys, Lupi and Leroy, very energetic guys, who decided instead of doing the original, the traditional accounting, business management, the likes, they decided to say, you know what, we're gonna take out, income statement of XYZ, PTY Ltd. We're going to be replacing with real life examples. They said, you have an issue here, you have a social call. How could you answer that social call and make money out of it? I know to some of you becomes, what can I do that people need? You don't have to think that much, to be honest with you. When I was doing my master's, I realized one thing. If somebody has already got a framework, all you have to do is just to go follow that person's framework. And then even implementation, follow somebody else's framework and then see how it goes. So what I did is the first framework that I went for is the Sustainable Development Goals. I like those. SDGs, 17 SDGs. I picked one. I decided to pick on waste. I had a very good social call. Social call is simple. It's about clothing. It's about this clothing. It's about clothing, and it says every year we are battling at the dump site. For those who don't know, when we throw away our rubbish, the truck comes, pick it up, it just doesn't disappear. It gets taken away. Firstly, they can first see if they can recycle it. If they can't recycle, or if they don't have the facility or the manpower resources to recycle, they're taking it to waste dump. Can show that Velcom is coming, all the mines in Velcom are coming out of me. Every compensation, they take it to the dump, and then from that dump, then we thinking, number one, can we recycle, can we not recycle, type of thing. In there's this material, clothing material, textile, which makes up one of the biggest recycling. Why? Because they take long to get broken down. Unlike food, once you eat, you leave your banana or whatever, within a day, 2 days, 3 days, let's say a week, few weeks, it has disappeared, become soil. With clothes, they need a bit much longer. With iron and stuff, those ones we know we can recycle them. But clothes, they sit there for a long time and they don't get recycled. So I know there's a huge market for people that can recycle with your normal retailers. You can take, when you buy new clothes, you can take your clothes there, your Woolies, your Zara, your Pick n Pay. You can take your old clothes and they give you a voucher to come back. But there's a need, because somebody who doesn't want to take that clothes to do their shopping and stuff like that, and they stay in a residential estate. And I've created a product just for those people, and it makes sense to say we're going to be creating a collection center or a dumping center in any residential estate. And whenever you see that your shirt doesn't fit anymore, we're not going to be doing collection runs like you are there to donate blood to say come this week. Whenever you see that your shirt is small, or you just want to take out small shoes for the kids, we take all of these things to this collection center. We collect them, we take them away for processing. And when we talk about processing, this is where small businesses, the people that are thinking about, I want to become a designer, they can take this thing from us at cost, very, very minimal. At cost, they can design whatever they want. If they can't, it goes to another people, sell it as second-hand clothes. If nobody wants it, then it keeps on going into the pipeline until it becomes, broken down into insulators. The stuff when you open up your ceiling, the stuff that they put on your ceiling, the insulators, so that it remains cool inside here, or the stuff that they stuff inside your sofas or inside your stuffed bears. So they put the stuff inside the stuffed bear. Beautiful product. Is there a need for it? Yes, there's a need. Everybody else needs clothes, and it's very scalable because you can start with one residential estate and you keep on moving to as many residential estates as possible. With partnerships, somebody else who has a car, like my friend has got a truck, you call him in, listen dude, we'll give you fuel, can you take this close to that side? We keep on collecting, can you take this close to whatever the side? It makes very, very simple sense, but it did not pick up. Why did it not take up? Because of the following reason. Number one, the biggest reason. The people with the highest ideas are busy. I was very busy to implement this. Very busy. If you're interested in it, please call me or leave a comment below. I will give you my personal number and we can discuss it. I'm very, very busy. Work is killing me, the kids, everything else. Family is really, really keeping me busy. And I was volunteering also at the local church. So I really, number one, I didn't have the time. Number two, I created pamphlets. Yes, I created pamphlets. And I took, at one point in my previous time, I will also discuss my other business venture where I co-owned the coffee shop with my sister. And we had, we printed out pamphlets, and as people would go by, we'll just give them pamphlets. So I thought, that method can still work. So I, printed out some pamphlets and I went house to house, dropping out pamphlets. Where we stay, there's a little bit of a cliff here. So I went up that cliff. I must tell you, the view is beautiful, but it is so tiring. So the suburb is, I don't know how many kilometers it is. Let's say maybe it's 20 by 10 kilometers. I don't know. And my thing is, I can't make up, my bearing is horrible. I've only covered probably 5 square meters, like square kilometers. To give out houses there. So I had printed out almost 2,000 pamphlets. I don't think I've given up all of the pamphlets. So second one, I went to the digital media, which is where it's quite easier. So I took the same pamphlet, I put it into the digital media, and I did not get any response. Why? Because I don't have that much connections that are looking for this need. So what I'm trying to say here is it is possible that you come up with a very, very good idea that answers this social dilemma, that does all the ticks. The good idea will not pick up until you reach out to somebody else who knows the truth. Right now, I had that, I knew from a long time ago, I have to go back to small business development, I have to go back to incubation hubs, I have to go back to all these things. The question is, do I have the time? I don't have the time. That's why I'm making up this video. If you have the time, I'm happy to partner with you. I'll just guide you and it becomes your business. I'm happy to partner with you to say, listen, I have the time. I thought about how to become an analyst. I don't know how to pick this up. It's a very, very good, project that you can use, and I can help you with starting with the analysis. We can set up Excel. We can set up Power BI dashboard. We can do everything and link it to PowerPoint presentations on this business because it is so beautiful. I mean, using the geographical information systems, just going around to say, what is the best route to collect? Oh, awesome stuff. But like I said, I'm more of a yellow person, I'm more of the people's person, and not much more of a salesperson. So if you're a salesperson, reach out to me. Good idea, looking for somebody else to implement, and I'll send you the pamphlet and we can talk. I'll give you the whole enchilada. us to discuss about it. So it does. But make sure that whenever you have good ideas, having one good idea doesn't make you a thought leader. You become a thought leader when you generate lots of ideas. As a standard, you just generate ideas. You become a thought leader in that case. But if you want to, make sure that you become a thought leader, but make sure that you connect yourself, which is one thing that I want to do. Connect yourself with the people that can implement your ideas. Ideas without implementations, somebody texted to me, said idea without implementation are just a smelly fart. Well, it won't just be a like fat, but it will be like a mental fat, you know, your mind fat. It's just psh, you know, taking out some air and you're thinking that is a good idea, but it's just your mind releasing some pressure in your brain so that you can have, you know, capacity to play games. But yeah, that's me over here. Have a look at the pamphlet. Let me know what you think. Leave the comments below and then we'll take it from there. Till next time.